Last week at the Fordham University in New York City took place the 13th Mentoring Forum organized by the Armenian Engineers and Scientists of America, Armenian American Health Professionals Organization, AGBU, Armenian Bar Association, and numerous other Armenian organizations. Inside a packed auditorium with over 100 attendees, President of APO Larry Najarian welcomed everyone and invited Very Reverend Father Saha Gemishian to read the invocation. The event opened with panel discussion moderated by Anna Bennett, founder and CEO of Magic Coaching and Consulting Services. The panelists were Nazo Harutyunyan, Senior Talent Acquisition at Samsung Electronics America, Peter Bonjuglian, Managing Director of Cambridge Resources Incorporated, Aram Babikyan, Head of X-Tracker Sales, U.S. Onshore Wealth at TWS Group, and Samuel Armen, writer, teacher, and activist. In a wide-ranging conversation, the panelists discussed several topics designed to help and advise many young high school and college students gathered in a room. Among other questions, the topics discussed in the panel included hybrid and remote work environments, internship advice for college students, and how to navigate in a new world of artificial intelligence.
Understand what hybrid means to you, or what your thought of hybrid is, may not translate in the corporate world, okay? So that's the first thing. A couple other things to factor in. When you look at exclusively remote work, think about the level of competition that you're gonna have if you're exclusively seeking remote work versus going into an office. Your talent pool could be national, it could be global, right? Versus someone that can commute to that particular office. So factor that in. Financial services companies, a lot of them are in office 5 days a week, okay? So understand whatever it is that you want to do, how flexible do you plan on being, okay? So if you're very rigid, you want, I want only remote work, great. However, if a job goes up that's remote, understand there's gonna be thousands of applicants. That's just the reality.
Fantastic event attended by, I would say, nearly 100 people, panelists from a variety of backgrounds. Really, hopefully what the audience, the emerging talent got from this event is the opportunity and the importance to network, the different organizations that are here to support them in their career journey. You know, and just really as they start developing their foundational skills, to tap into the networks, understand and obtain a mentor, a coach, someone that will help guide them, someone that's been in their shoes and will help pave the way for their future.
You've got to have a vision for your career. If you don't have a vision of where you'll be 5 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, you'll never get there. You'll go to work every day and you'll come home. But if you have a vision, then you can find the appropriate mentor, someone that's one level above you for the 5-year plan, someone that you look up to, someone that you feel really has the values that you have. But you've got to look 10 years ahead. You've got to look 15 years ahead. And you've got to build, it's all about relationships. You've got to build relationships with these people. And part of your responsibility as the mentee is to listen, take their advice, ask questions, join different groups in whatever industry you're in. The bigger your network is, and the more you work that network, the more rewards you will reap. Events like these mentoring forums are incredibly important to the youth because it opens their eyes. They don't have the experience yet, and they could take advantage of probably 80 or 100 years of experience up here between the mentors. And they learn how to connect to people, they learn the importance of growing their career, and they also learn that there's no shame in asking for help, because if you don't, someone else will.
You're there to learn. And to have that curiosity and wanting to learn. But there's a necessary skill set too. So in financial services, for instance, very difficult for a person to come in if they don't know anything about MS Office, PowerPoint, Excel, some of the basic skills. So I think before you come into an internship, understand what it takes to do the job on a basic level and have all of those. When you come in there and someone's trying to teach you how to do a PowerPoint or things like that, it becomes very difficult. What they want to teach you is about the business itself, about the job itself. And you need to have the capacity and initiative to reach out and want to learn from them. The fact is that a senior executive is not going to say, hey, do you need help, to the intern. Instead, it's the intern's job to reach out and say, listen, I saw you're doing this. I'd love to learn more about what it is that you're doing, how you got there. Just be curious about the person, but also be curious about the industry itself. If you're, again, in financial services, have something. If you're curious about the markets, start a conversation about the markets with the person that you're seeking to be an advocate or a mentor. I was invited to this event by a person that I went to school with at Holy Martyrs Armenian Day School here in New York. And she pitched this event, and it was truly an honor to be a part of it. Giving back to the community, I think, is incredibly important. I'm a first generation, so I was born and raised here, but my parents were not. My parents did the best that they can do for us, but they didn't know everything. They didn't know the ins and outs of how to make it here. And frankly, my parents did an incredible job with where I've ended up, and I owe all of this to them. But now it's my duty as an Armenian, as a diaspora, to be able to give back, and give back in a big way to the Armenians here, and helpfully teach them and be a resource to them as much as possible where I didn't have those resources.
I like to think of AI as sort of this this current tsunami that's incoming. And there are some people who still try and resist it, who fear it, and they try and fight against it, and they will eventually drown under the wave. And there's some people who think, metaphorically, how they can convert all of that into, let's say, hydroelectric energy. AI is inevitable, and it's permeating into so many different fields. There's over 1,000 new AI platforms in a single year. And that's only accelerating as AI is building AI platforms as well. I try and think of the more surprising innovations in artificial intelligence. About 1 year and 1 week ago, Kuwait broadcasted their news anchor, Fedha. And Fedha is AI. And I believe it was Forbes article said, they're beautiful, they are ageless, they work 24/7, and you don't have to pay them anything. And I remember just getting really nervous at that, because you think of, there's this question of what will AI not replace? And you toss something up pretty confidently, and it depends on who you're with, within a few minutes it's destroyed. And it would be wonderful if all the arts and the engineering and all of these things that we like doing was human, and then all the things that were very difficult, the drudgery, the toiling, the things that we get dirty, and it's just not fun, it's grueling, if that would be AI. But it seems to be quite the opposite, that AI is doing a lot of the things that we would like to do.
This event to me is essentially kind of everything that I really want for the Armenian youth, which is that they have the facilities and the resources in order to move forward in the ways that are optimized. Because it would be lovely to have a lot more Armenians in leadership positions, and it's not even about removing obstacles, it's about ensuring that there are the opportunities, the sort of the foundational opportunities. And when the competition is so high, sometimes they're not even seen. Sometimes resumes aren't even seen. So I feel like this is the exact right place for the youth to be, so that not only can they make the right connections so that they can even enter fields, but that they'll have a mentor, someone who will be able to advocate for them, someone who will be rooting for them and will have a long-term investment in them as Armenians.
Moderator Anna Bennett spoke about the importance of being ready for a change.
Besides all the good things that you're training yourself, the AI and the tests that you're learning, also take this into consideration to start looking into how to manage change. Because this is a very, very crucial skill whether you're going through your career, whether you're studying in the school as a student, whether you're in relationship, in your life, there is always going to be a change. So better you know how to manage those situations, how to communicate with the right people, and how to get yourself through that change. Then you will be able to again go up. I was asked to moderate today's panel, and the reason I agreed because I do understand how important the role of the mentors and the coaches are in the life of the students, in our life in general. And having a mentor and coach myself who guided me, who helped me to be where I am today, it also opened that to come and share that experience with the students. And it was a great panel with our panelists today who spoke what are the current trends for the students to know how to prepare their resume, what is expected of them from the corporations or from the businesses who hired them. It was a great session, great event today, and being a moderator for this kind of a panel is also a big responsibility because moderator has to prepare the questions to be relevant to all, not only the panelists, but also to the audience that is listening to this event.
At the end of the panel, the attending students had an opportunity to ask questions. During the second part of the evening, students separated into different groups according to their field of interest, such as healthcare, engineering, and law, for one-on-one mentor and mentees meetings and discussions.
Hi, I'm Sona Parnagyan. I'm a junior at Brooklyn Tech High School. I came to this event because as I'm going through the college application process, as I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the next couple of years, I thought that this event would be a good place to kind of explore different opportunities, different career routes that I can go through, and connect more with professionals in the Armenian community that could potentially help me in the future when it comes to getting a job, getting an internship, gaining experience.
I'm Samantha Maljian from New Jersey. I am a first-year PA student at Seton Hall University. I think today's event, it was really great to meet everybody and to network. And I think something that I learned today is just don't be afraid to go up to people, don't be afraid to ask questions, because at the end of the day, we're all Armenians, and we should all be helping each other and trying to further ourselves, further each other, and further our nation.
My name is Vaughn Muradian. I'm from South Jersey. I just graduated from University of the Sciences in Philadelphia, bachelor's in science. I'm currently a medical application student. I'm currently applying to medical school. I'm also applying to many graduate schools to further my progress in the medical field. I came here looking for opportunities in research as well as research in Armenia, and I actually did meet a PhD here that gave me a lot of direction, and he's going to give me some contacts to be able to find something that I can do in research in Armenia, and I'm very excited about that. So I would just like to say thank you, AHPO, for the opportunity, and farewell.
The event ended with a festive cake-cutting ceremony marking 13 years and counting of the annual mentoring forum.